Hey folks, welcome back to some more Utawarerumono Mask of Truth. On our last episode, Kuon and Atwi had a pretty intense fight, but thankfully the both of them didn't end up killing each other. So, with that quick tidbit in mind, let us continue. Henceforth. It's already late evening by the time I pass by Roulitier's room.
やだ、ダメ。
Oh, what have we here, darling?
ん
そんなところ、恥ずかしいよ。
Uh-huh.
おい、今のクオンの声だよな。待て待て、一体何して。
意外です。クオン様はこんなところが弱いのですね。
Well, that pretty much answers that question. They're probably having a wee massaging session.
意地悪かな。ここが感じるのですか。やだ、おかしくなっちゃう。
お前、二人して中で一体何をしてる。気になる。これは状況を確認すべきか。
So, basically, you're gonna have a peek.
そうだ。確認するしかない。
Oh yes, with the purest of intentions, buddy.
だが別にこれは覗きとか興味本位ではなくてだな。二人が心配だからであって。
Yeah, with the purest of intentions.
別に覗くわけではないからな。これは二人が心配だからであってだな。
Uh-huh. Armed with my perfectly legitimate reasoning, I put a hand to the door, cautiously opening it just far enough to peek inside.
気持ちいい。もっと激しく。
Yeah, no, Gabe, this isn't innocent at all because as she was saying that line, my controller was vibrating. Nice.
こうですか。
But speaking of nice though, this is a really nice CG. I like it. Where's my Atwi one though? There's been a whole bunch of Kuon so far. I mean, come on! How many Atwi CGs have we even had now that I think about it? I think we maybe had one in Mask of Deception. So we've technically had two, if we consider Mask of Truth. Wow! My love needs some more love, if you catch my drift. Yeah.
そこ。痛い。でも。
It's a good heart. I didn't know you were a tad wee bit masochistic, darling. Inside, Roulitier is sitting on a prone Kuon, rubbing firmly into pressure points on her back and legs.
そんなことだろうと思っていたけどな。
Yeah, but buddy, you get to see some of them with like lighter clothing. I mean, it ain't often. Generally, they're more modestly dressed. Still, Roulitier is dressed a little lighter than usual as she works. I can see her legs, oh my. And Kuon has her gloves pulled down enough to expose her back, so it's still kind of a stirring sight.
ごめんなさい。少し強すぎましたか。いいの。それでいいかな。そのくらいの方が効いてるって感じがするから。
No pain, no gain!
わかりました。でもおかげでだいぶ楽になってきたかも。
Well, that's just fan-dabby-dozy.
それならよかったのですけど、心配しました。急に訪ねてきたと思いましたら、ひどく辛そうな顔して。
After that bout, I'm not so surprised.
もしかして何か無理をしていたのですか？
Oh, there's probably a variety of things swirling in our darling's mind.
そんなことないかな。うん。ちょっとだけ、ほんのちょっとだけはしゃぎすぎちゃったというか。
Uh-huh.
ほんのちょっと体を動かしただけでこんなになるんだもの。我ながら貧弱で嫌になっちゃう。
If you're fragile, then what is Haku? Rouletier's face creases in worry.
ちょっと待て。クオンのどこが貧弱だ。大の男顔負けの力があって、どんな軽業師より身軽な身のこなし、あれのどこが貧弱なんだ。
I don't know, buddy. Routier presses her thumbs into Kuon's hips.
ルルティ。
Kuon turns her head to see Routier looking at her with a sad expression. Oh? Rouletier's pale and slender fingers firmly rub along Kuon's back. Oh, you're awfully ticklish.
待って、そこはダメ。ルルティ、心配しなく。
Rouletier, however, leans into it and continues to give Kuon a shiatsu massage. It looks like she's putting all her weight into it, but Kuon looks less like she's in pain and more like she's extremely ticklish. Aha! We found her weakness! Other than baths, of course.
待って、こうさん、違うの、本当に誤解。
Kuon can't keep herself from laughing, tickled by the prods and presses, and with her sore muscles, she's soon writhing in pain. Oh no! Tickle, pain, pain, tickle. Kuon flails her legs from under Rouletier, unable to fend off the attack. Her dang, sweetie!
ごめんね、ルルティエ。悪かったから。反省してるから。痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い。
Whether or not she realizes it, this seems to be more effective than the simple pain of a shiatsu massage. Kuon lies flat on the floor, completely exhausted and breathing hard. Rouletier, still on top of Kuon, is also breathing heavily. Oh my.
ある意味生めかしい光景だが何かが違う。
I mean, I don't know, buddy. The sound effects suggest otherwise. Plus, there was tons, and I mean tons of vibration in my controller during the whole ordeal.
ごめんなさい、クオン様。でもいいの。ごまかそうとした私が悪いんだから。やっぱりルルティはごまかせなかったな。クオン様、あまり心配させないでください。クオン様はどこかしらハク様に似て儚げな感じがします。とても強くて、でも反面砕け散りそうで。そしたら今度はもう戻ってこない、そんな気がするんです。まるでハク様のように。
Oh.
ルルティエ、クオン様はもういなくなったりは。
Nah, she just might pop on a mask and cosplay and pretend to be someone else. You never know for sure.
いかんな、つい聞き入ってしまった。
Yeah, you did, buddy.
これ以上聞いていい話ではない。戻るとしようか。
I I quietly take my leave, with the duo inside never knowing I was there. Under a sky far removed from Yamato's, a lone figure sits in quiet meditation. MUNECHIKA! Finally! Ah! I was just joshing y'all as well! Oh! She sits with absolute stillness, eyes closed, her mind empty of nearly all thought. With all mental distractions banished, the Pillar General MUNECHIKA sits in serene reflection, examining her own heart and feelings. But her concentration is broken by a charming visitor. Oh, but now I can't use that joke anymore. I'm conflicted now. But then again, I'm also glad to just see that MUNECHIKA is, well, still alive.
ごめんください。宗近様はいらっしゃいますか?
Oh, well, speaking of the charming visitor, we finally get to see the gorgeous gal herself. Fumiro, it's been a while.
これはフミリル殿、いかがなされた?
Sensing her presence, MUNECHIKA straightens her legs and turns to face the newcomer. So wait, has MUNECHIKA been getting chummy with all the characters in Tuscuru since we last saw of her? The woman smiles gently to MUNECHIKA.
この間も申しましたように、私のことはどうかフミリルと呼び捨ててくださいな。
Okay, I just want to know why we didn't get to see MUNECHIKA during Kuon's time in Tuscuru. That's kind of disappointing, really, but I guess it just leads to this build-up now, so I'll forgive them for it.
いえ、そういうわけには参りませぬ。フミリル殿には小生らを客人として遇していただいたご恩がありますゆえ。
MUNECHIKA bows her head solemnly, though Fumiro only tilts her head in confusion.
でも私はただクーちゃんにお願いされただけですし。
出会ったとしても、フミリル殿の恩情、感謝の念に耐えませぬ。
アクルカもお返しできればよかったのですが、あれはトゥスクルにおいてとても危険だと考えられているもの。
Well, it's alright to take a wee safety precaution.
宗近様には申し訳ありませんが、今はまだお返しできません。
いや、それは当然と言うべきか。
Indeed. MUNECHIKA gives a wry smile at Fumiro's apology. This is Tuscuru. While MUNECHIKA has no details on precisely where she has been placed under house arrest here as a prisoner of war. Okay, so that probably explains why we didn't get to see her for quite a while. And yet, despite her circumstances, she has been treated with nothing but consideration and respect. A general of the enemy's army and a handful of the soldiers that served her. Under ordinary circumstances, they would have been forced into hard labor or worse. Death, perhaps, yeah. For the most part, though, they have been left to their own devices, far from being forced into work. They barely have to provide for themselves. As long as they remain close by, they are even permitted to roam freely or visit a nearby village, It's not like any imprisonment Munechika has known. Had she a mind to do so, escape would be extremely easy. Yeah, but she's not like that.
しかし、さすがに締め付けが緩すぎるのではありませぬか。小生たちは旅衆です。館の外になど出すべきではないのでは。
でもそれですと皆さん息が詰まってしまいますもの。
Fair enough. Fumiro tilts her head in charming confusion, which only adds to Munechika's concern. The Power General sighs to herself, examining her hostess. She doesn't see a trace of doubt or hesitation upon Fumiro's face. Perhaps this is simply the way prisoners are treated in Tuskuru.
ところで、本日は小生に何かご用でありましょうか。
そうでした。
Fumiro brightens immediately.
今日は宗近様にとっても大事なお願いがあってきました。
小生に？
はい。
Fumiro nods happily with an enchanting smile. She continues, rushing over her words in her excitement.
ちょっとそこまでお出かけをするのですけれど、よろしければお供をしていただけたらと思いまして。
That would be great.
お供？
Yeah, you get to breathe some fresh air, stretch your legs. Why not? Munechika blinks in surprise, not fully understanding Fumiro's intentions.
でしたら、同郷のものを伴われた方が良いのではありませぬか。
どうしてですか？
小生はこれでも大和の将ゆえに。
Munechika can't imagine where she'd want to go, but accompanying her would bring both of them unnecessary trouble, so she fought, at least.
実は他の皆さんには内緒のお出かけなのです。
Ah. Fumiro's smile turns a little mischievous, lowering her voice conspicuously. I twisted my tongue there. That would only make it a worse idea to travel with an enemy general, like taking a wounded beast out of a cage, with no leash or supervision. If worst comes to worst, Fumiro's very life would be in danger. A very foolish idea. Munechika wants to give a word of warning, but...
お願いできませんか？
Fumiro stares at her, eyes full of innocence, and Munechika falters. Somehow, Munechika is unable to get the words out to refuse her. She ponders it a moment more, and decides that this could be a perfect opportunity to repay her debt. She finally responds with a slow nod.
承知した。お引き受けいたしましょう。
Off we go then!
ありがとうございます宗近様。
Fumiro can hardly contain her joy, seizing Munechika's hand in delight.
それではすぐに支度をしなくてはいけませんね。
Fumiro hums happily, skipping out of the room. Munechika gazes after her, staring at the room's exit, her eyes far away, like a storm's just passed over her.
フミリル殿と話すと何か調子が狂う。
So yeah, you have gotten pretty chummy with her. Munechika's mutter carries with it a certain relief and resignation. Fumiro is truly a beautiful woman. Her figure, her demeanor, everything about her is so full of charm, almost frighteningly so. The first time Munechika saw her, her beauty made Munechika wonder if the wound was just some fantasy conjured by her mind. Well, the game really has a brown nose for her right now. But in conversation, she seems more like a puppy or wide-eyed kitten. There's a certain helplessness about her that makes one want to protect her. Her namesake may be the moonflower, but it might be better to say she is, Munechika thinks, an evening star, the fairest of all stars. Munechika catches herself smiling and regains her stoic composure.
少し当てられたか。
For as long as she can remember, Munechika had lived the life of a warrior. Indeed, she takes great pride in that. Yet, whenever she sees Fumiro, she can't help but compare herself to see so blatantly the depth of Fumiro's charms compared to her own. I don't know, I find Munechika charming in her own right.
理不尽だ。
Really? But you're a looker yourself. She can't help but mutter to herself as she prepares for their outing. Oh, well there's a rouletier. And 4 choices. Uh-huh. Right, so we have the hallway, rouletier's room night, office night, or office night. Nice choices between the two of these, may I add. Okay, I think we'll just go to the hallway. Yeah. Oh, it's an Imperial Munchkin!
ハンジ様、オシトル様はまだご政務の最中かと。
It was an otherwise quiet evening until Andrew burst in, full of excitement.
そろそろ切り上げようと思っていたとこなんだが、どうやらもう一仕事増えそうか。
If it wasn't for you wee meddling munchkins. Or munchkin in this scenario, but it works nonetheless, right? Looking to the source of the voice, I see Rouletier bow her head meekly.
ごめんなさい、お仕事中に。
いや、問題ない。まあ今手をつけていたのは一段落したからな。
Squashing my instinctive sigh, I pull myself together and face them with the usual stoic expression.
いかがなされた、聖女。
それなのじゃかな。
Inversely, Anju seems to be all smiles.
先ほど風呂に入ってきたのじゃが。
Uh-huh.
今宵の風呂は特別素晴らしかったのじゃ。
は？
Without thinking, I let a baffled sound escape me.
今宵の風呂の特別？聖女、素晴らしいとは一体。
浴場にな、不 思議な香りの石鹸が置いてあったのじゃ。
I have a feeling it was a Kuon blend.
石鹸石鹸が置いてあったくらいで何か変わるものか？
Sure. I tilt my head unthinkingly, unable to keep up with her smug declarations. Andrew, however, does not notice and continuing on with a smile.
あれは素晴らしいのじゃ。
And was it?
こうどことなく甘い香りがして、もうルルティエ。はい、とてもいい香りでした。他にも花の香りのする香やら、いろいろと気の利いた小物が置いてあっての、なかなか興味深い思考じゃった。
So, yup, it was definitely Kuon's doing.
石鹸に花の香りに気の利いた小物。状況がさっぱりわからんのだが。
Despite Andrew's excitement, I can't really see what's got her so worked up. However, another voice cuts in.
そう言ってもらえると用意した甲斐があったかな。
Oh, hello there, darling.
あの石鹸は蜂蜜を使っているんだ。他にもいろんな薬草とか。
It kinda sounds delicious, but I'm not really one for tasting the soap. Anja's wide grin slowly fades into dissatisfied confusion. She fixes her gaze on Kuon, seeing her walking calmly.
なぜそなたがここにおるのじゃ。ちょっと大切なお話をしていたからかな。はい、オシトル、お茶。
Ah, thank you kindly for the bevy.
ああ、すまぬ。
I take the teacup from the tray she's holding.
少し熱いか。
The tea is still quite fresh, a little too hot to drink. I reluctantly place it to the side of my work, then look to a bemused Anju.
つい先ほどまで今後必要と思われる薬について意見を求めていたのです。
そうか。
Are you a wee jelly munchkin? Anju nods, apparently satisfied enough with my answer. She keeps staring at Kuon.
それはそうと、そなたがあの香りの石鹸を用意したと言っておったが、本当なのか？あのような良い香りの石鹸は宮廷の風呂にもなかったのじゃ。
Anju throws the question almost accusingly at Kuon, though the latter remains cool and unruffled.
そう、ありがとう。どうして礼を言うのじゃ。だってあれ、私が作ったものだもの。喜んでもらえたなら嬉しいかな。なんじゃと？やっぱりそうだったんですね。
Anju seems thrown by Kuon's words as she begins to understand. However, her expression shifts again, becoming conflicted.
どことなく対抗意識を持っているクオンを知らないうちに褒めてしまって複雑な心境といったところか。
Oh yeah, she's pretty much a love rival.
ねえ、ルルティエはどうだった？はい、素晴らしいです。とてもいい香りってアン ンジュ様とお話ししていたんです。
That and never forget the incidents that happened when Anju was a wee little scamp. Oh, those were the times.
そうじゃな。
よかった。新しくいろいろと作ってみたんだけれど、好評みたいでよかったかな。
Despite Anju's sour expression, all the praise for her creation seems to have put Kuon in a good mood.
そうだ、これなんてどうかな。
As if just remembering something, Kuon reaches into her robes, pulling a small bottle out from her bosom.
これも結構自信があるんだ。
Uh-huh. With that, Kuon presents the small bottle to Anju.
なんじゃこれは。開ければいいんですか？
そう。
They look uncertain as they open the bottle and sniff deeply, but both Anju and Routier suddenly exhale in pleasant surprise.
ほう。
Seeing their reactions, Kuon's smile widens.
それは
香水かな。作ったものの中で一番のお気に入りなんだ。
なるほど、香水か。
不寿司というのはいろいろと作るものなのじゃな。
Well, it's part of the trade.
くずしなら生活につながっているものは大抵作れるよ。
もしかして他にも作れるものがあるのか？
他というと、薬の他にはお香とか殺虫剤とか染料とかろうそくとか。
随分と手広いのじゃな。
Indeed.
特に旅をするなら現地の材料でいろいろなものが作れた方が便利だもの。
Oh yes, you are quite the resourceful one.
これは会話に入る隙はなさそうだな。
I smile to myself, vaguely listening in on the conversation between the girls.
まあ、打ち解けてきたのはいいことだ。
Mm-hmm. With the trio absorbed in their talk, they look for all the world like three good friends. I mean, they look it? I thought they were.
どうかな、気に入った？
まあ悪くない匂いじゃの。アンジュ様からとってもいい香りがします。そうかな。
Anju smiles shyly, Routier's words taking her a little off guard. Kuon notices her smile, then speaks.
気に入ってくれたのなら受け取ってほしいな。
Ah, that's nice of you, darling.
本当か？いや、じゃが世だけがもらうというわけには。
Despite her fascination with the perfume, Andrew presses the small bottle back, looking somewhat regretful.
それなら一緒にルルティに似合う香水を選ぶのを手伝ってくれるかな。
Anju blinks at the sudden request, eyes wide.
も
Anju looks troubled. She's having a hard time answering, trying to come up with a proper response and failing. Aww.
さしずめ興味はあるが素直になれないといったところか。
Yeah, she just can't muster up the words right now.
うまあそなたがそこまで言うなら仕方がないな。
そういう割には嬉しそうだが。
Anju's attitude brings an unthinking smile to my face.
いえ、私はクオン様にご迷惑をおかけするわけにはいきませんし。
Routier glances bashfully between the other two, not used to being the focus of conversation.
いいから行こ
Kuon tugs on Routier's arm.
う。残りの香水は全部私の部屋に置いてあるんだ。それに他にもいろいろなものがあるしね。
なんとまだ他にもあるのか。
A whole selection of them.
そうだ、オシトルも一緒に来る？
いや、せっかくだが遠慮しておこう。
That, and I just think it would be a good idea to let them all alone for a wee while.
なんじゃオシトルは来ぬのか。
But think about all the girl talk you could have.
この雰囲気に水を差すのもなんだからな。
お邪魔しましたオシトル様。早く行くのじゃ、世は待ちきれぬぞ。
そんなに慌てなくても香水は逃げないかな。
別に慌ててなどおらぬのじゃ。
Routier smiles uncertainly, caught between the two in their strange back and forth. And just like that, the three of them leave the room in cheerful, idle chatter.
これを機にあの二人がもう少し落ち着いてくれるといいんだが。
Lost in thought, I left the teacup, practically forgotten in the preceding fuss, to my lips.
ぬるい。
Well, that's that, and I think that shall suffice for now. So, anyway, folks, thank y'all for watching this episode of Utawarerumono, Mask of Truth, and I'll see y'all next time. Ta-ta for